Good morning, everyone. I'm here again, and I wanted to catch up to some of the stuff that I missed out on last night because I wasn't feeling well. In Chantal verse, as it were, if you miss a day, a lot of things can happen, and then you got to struggle just to catch right back up. So, Foodie did this live last night called About Last Night. Thankfully enough, it wasn't too long, so it shouldn't take too long to cover it. But she's on a live right now as we speak. I haven't looked at it. I'm not interested in looking at it. I just wanted to catch up to where I should have been last night. So, Foodie did a live and she was talking about herself and Sala. So let's just sit in and see what she has to say. And if it gets too boring, we'll just cut it short and dip and go elsewhere. Because I have a lot of stuff that I'd like to get accomplished today. I was wanting to do some Stardew content for all of you. I've been working on the new Stardew farm and doing improvements, and I want to show you guys what I've been up to. I was also wanting to do some intros, but I want to get Chantal out of the way first. So let's see what Chantal has to say for herself today, or rather, yesterday.
Beep.
Oh, and another thing. I love the comments. I love covering the comments, but we're back to this crap where she's turning the comments off. Whenever people are mad at Chantal, whenever she causes controversy or drama, rather than face it as she should, as a changed woman, as a new improved woman, she runs from it just like she does the rest of her life problems. So sorry, no comments today. Perhaps next time. Let's go.
Okay, so I just want to say, like, I don't even know what to say, but puppy pot pie. Groceries are very expensive these days. That's why.
Well, you're halfway right. Food is expensive these days because of shortages, but it's also expensive because you're eating too much. $4,000 a month on food, that's insane. If you ate reasonably, your groceries would last longer. You just bought $400 in food. Where is it, Chantal? It's all gone. And don't think I didn't notice that most of the food that you bought for that haul, they were munchy foods. So therein lies the problem. You're buying the temptation foods, you put them in your house, and then when you decide to do an edible, you binge, and then they're all gone the next day.
So peanut butter.
And Buppy says we just spent $400 on groceries. Why more? Because she bought a bunch of munchy foods. There was very little in the way of stuff you make into actual meals. She has an Instapot. She has an air fryer. Those are two wonderful appliances to have because you can make so much great food in those for cheap. But she didn't buy quality food. She bought junk food.
30-minute divorce arc. So that's what I was gonna say. Um I'm like, hi. Hi, sweetie. Hello. Welcome assalam. So I was gonna say I really think I just freaked out. Um so if I backtrack a bit, I'm so used to just being so open with everything in my life, but I'm also used to being very impulsive.
Chantal is a person that she's all about finding wordplay and excuses to continue bad behavior. And she uses certain language and certain terms to excuse the bad behavior rather than deal with it. If she does something, oh, it's because I was impulsive, rather than I have a problem and I need to deal with it. So by saying the word impulsive, She's giving herself a mental and emotional excuse to continue what she's doing rather than sitting down and saying, "What can I do to fix these problems?" She's not looking for solutions. She's looking for ways to avoid the problems and avoid the issues at hand. Because let's face it, y'all, all of her addictions, all of her issues, all of her problems, she's made into content. And she makes money with every single one of them. So why would she want to fix them? Because if Chantal were a happy, healthy person, what would she talk about on her channel? If she were just a regular YouTuber, what would be her content if it wasn't drama and controversy and her being vulgar and gross and offensive? You take all that away, what's left? She has shown us absolutely no other passions or interests or abilities. She doesn't care to. She wants to just keep the formula as is and roll with it.
And be quiet, Flopera. Um, what are you talking about, Happy B Day? Anyways, okay. What was I saying? I love Chantal every day. Oh, I love you most. I win. So, and honestly, with the last relationship, you know what I mean, with Nad Turd.
There was no relationship. That was just a business arrangement that went sideways because the two of you struck up an arrangement where you would hang out with him. Maybe he would sell you the party favors, maybe be part of your content. I'm sure that part of that talk was, hey, there's no emotional strings here. We are not in a relationship. I'm just someone that you can talk about and make money with, and I get part of the money. And you decided to roll with that. And you thought that by linking up with him that way, that would lead to him being really in love with you. Although, to be honest, there's really nothing much to be in love with. You don't take care of yourself. You're not responsible. There's no good qualities about you. Why would anybody fall in love with a mess? But you decided that was your open door. And all you have to do is get into his house and get into his life. And once you're in, you can establish yourself and take over. Didn't quite work. It didn't quite work, did it, Chantal? No. And he played all of your weaknesses and all of your want of love against you. And you weren't even smart enough to figure that out and cut it off early. So all the pain and suffering that you might have suffered with Natter was self-inflicted because you had your job on YouTube. You had your own car. You had your own money. He didn't even have a car. You had to go and see him. You had to give him money. You could have stopped that anytime you wanted, but you wanted it to continue because you had nothing else. Why would a woman who's so desired by men put up with a crackhead, abusive loser like Natter unless there's no other takers? Unless there's no other fish in the lake to take out of the lake and hold on to.
I'm just saying this as reference. I You can say whatever. He can say whatever. Say that we were only together for a week. It was like at least a solid year of crap, on and off crap. So I used you guys as like, without realizing it really, as like a therapy, some kind of therapeutic outlet, you know?
But the thing is, they aren't real therapy. What you did and what you continue to do is trauma dump. You're dumping all of your stress, all of your problems on people that might have their own issues, that might have their own problems, that might have their own stress. So is that what your channel is about, Chantal? Coming on camera and just dumping your garbage in everybody else's ear, treating like everybody else's eardrums like your own personal dump to put your waste in and expecting them to not only listen for hours, but pay you for it? Word to the wise, your garbage is not that interesting. It really isn't. I don't know why anybody would pay $5 or $1 or $2 to listen to all your mess. It's depressing. It's stressful. You're constantly taking your viewers on a roller coaster ride. One minute you're happy, the next minute you're sad. One minute you're happy, the next minute you're sad. Oh, you're in crisis. Oh, this is wrong. Some of them just need to wake up. You're in a position where you're making a lot of money on YouTube, or you were. I don't know where you are now, but you're in a position right now that few have. You're making good money. Anything you need to be a better person, therapy, working out, healthy food, you have access to it. The doors are open in front of you. You just don't want to walk through them. A lot of people in life have done more with far less, but you don't want to help yourself. All you want to do is get on YouTube and complain to other people about how bad your life is, when the truth of the matter is, you're the one who made it that way and continue to make it that way. As far as your debt of $47,000, if you wanted to fix that, you can fix it all in 6 months. All you got to do is just cut out all of the jobless losers that are leeching off of you. Get your problem with food under control, cut out the party favors. You could have all that debt done in 6 months. You don't have to run to Kuwait, but that's not your way of thinking, is it? That's not your way of living, fixing problems. You're all about, let me just run, 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 run away from them. Well, wherever you go, there you are, and your problems are right there with you.
So I got used to that. And I guess last night, just for some reason, we had never had a fight like that before. And I just didn't know how to handle my emotions. And I overreacted and I freaked out and I was impulsive. And I betrayed the trust of our relationship and I felt really bad. So I'm seriously so sorry, baby. And I honestly, like, I value my relationship. And I think when you respect your relationship, you have to respect the privacy of it, you know? So, yeah.
This person saying, yeah, relapsing is part of the process. I resent that person using that word, relapsing, as if she was ever in recovery or on the road to recovery. She never was. She never was. Even when she was in Kuwait, that was not any kind of recovery. She was just restricted from doing the party favors. The ones she started doing as soon as she got home, because she got high as soon as she got home. She didn't even wait a week. No, if she had come home from Kuwait and stayed away from the temptations, I would have said, yeah, maybe you improved, Chantal. You've got access to all those things and you're not doing them. But she went right back to doing them. And we all know about the little trip to the outhouse. This one has been high ever since she got back. So there's been no relapse here. There's a difference between being restricted away from your vices to where they are out of your reach and being in true recovery. Her legal drug, food, she's still doing it, copious amounts of food. And food is just as dangerous to your health as any illegal or illicit substance. And it can be just as deadly. And has she slowed down on that? Absolutely not.
Sometimes I really feel like my life is like a Truman show. You know what I mean? It's weird. But anyway, that's just what I wanted to say. And with all things, time will tell, right? And I know haters were like waiting hungrily, like, oh, they're broken up. No, we're going to just try to be stronger because of this. You're wrong about those things. Did you belch?
Okay, this person, Buppy Bot By, says, honestly, after abuse, It's hard to be private because you want to always make sure it's not happening again. I get it. You know what, though, Buppy? I don't get it. I don't get it, sir or ma'am. I don't get it. I don't get it because she's a fake, phony victim. She always has been. She's never been a victim. She desperately wants to be a victim so that she's responsible for nothing. And those of us who are victims of some kind of trauma, DV or SA, those are true victims. Those are true survivors. And my heart goes out to anyone who's ever been through something traumatic for real. You are survivors. You are warriors. Love you all. But Chantal has never survived anything. She's never been through hard times, ever, ever. Chantal may say she's been through abuse, but so let's look at her behavior. Let's look at it for a minute. Let's look at all the things that don't make sense. This one claiming abuse, poking at her abuser, provoking their abuser, going back and forth with no fear and no problem to their abuser, supporting their abuser, paying the phone bill, paying for the internet, paying for the groceries, buying them clothes, spending time alone with them in a hotel room, which, if you've suffered severe abuse, you can't do that. You're afraid. Claiming to have suffered SA, but yet afterwards running around on camera half naked. No problem, also. Making fun of another DV victim's abuse, using it to get back at them, confessing on camera that she exaggerated the claims of said abuse, which, if you've been through it, you don't have to exaggerate anything. You have the truth. For this reason and many other reasons, I don't believe her. I don't believe her. I will never believe her. She can speak Natter's name without any problem. She can watch his streams with no problem. If somebody abused you, why would you want to even see their face? Why would you want any reminder of them? She's even back to wearing the heart necklace. Are you kidding me? When the heart necklace reminds her of Natter and that trip to the outhouse, being on the long road, being all nostalgic about it, going to the outhouse. Those are places that remind her of him. She associates with him, even going to Gatineau. Why would you do that? Do you see why, y'all, that I don't believe her and I never will? She's so not a victim to the point where she has no idea what it's like to be one and what we actually go through. I have no respect for her fake abuse. I have as much respect for her fake abuse as she does for actual victims and survivors. She has openly exploited other people's trauma and abuse for her own profit. And that's disgusting.
I remember trying to say your name yesterday. It didn't work. My stream was up, so whatever. He did see it. After abuse, it's hard to be private because you want to always make sure it's not happening again. No, like I don't think that in that terms, but Pizza's making his own birthday cake tomorrow. I hate to think of what would have happened if you didn't have us during that mess. It's not a bad thing. Oh yeah, the past year if I didn't have you guys, I don't know. It would be so weird.
You know, Chantal needs all of you over there. You are her funders, you are her enablers, and all addicts love enablers. They do. That's her system of keeping their addictions going, keeping their lifestyle going. And as long as you enable her, she's going to continue to be this way. She's not going to be motivated to change until she doesn't have that safety net that you guys provide for her.
Hi Diego. Yeah, but whatever. I mean, We need to hear Sala's truth. Hey, baby, if you want to talk. Yeah, A plus. Hi, Lois Lane, AMC. Oh my gosh, I had a weird 80s song in my head earlier. What was it? She called their kids billets. She's such a loser. Cabbage patch. Garbage pail kid. Hi, Crispy. This is a bit
Not Chantal calling FFG a garbage pail kid when she's an entire dumpster fire.
much. Yikes. What's a bit much?
Frenchie is not a garbage pail kid. She's a french fry.
Hi, Lois. We talked yesterday. Thing and happen in every house in the world. Yeah, like that's the thing too. Couples have disagreements and things and emotional moments or fights or whatever, and I can be really overly dramatic sometimes. Overly dramatic. I didn't sleep well at all. That's why I'm so tired.
We'll lay off the party powder and you get some sleep. And don't think I haven't noticed, Foodie. Don't think that I haven't noticed, as someone that I have a BED in recovery, knowing that you have a BED not in recovery, that you've not been ordering takeout like you normally do. And there's only one period and all the time that you've been on YouTube when that happened. And that's when you were seeing Natter and you were on the party powder, because the party powder cuts your appetite and you don't want to eat. Maybe you gained a lot of weight while you were in Kuwait. And that's your little diet plan, is to use the party powder to give yourself energy to be up all hours doing tons and tons of live streams like you used to do. And at the same time, you won't eat as much. Maybe that's your way of losing weight. When you were on the party powder before, you lost about 50 to 70 pounds, as you said, and we could see the weight loss in your face. Problem is, you do the party powder all night, and then when you want to go to sleep, you do the green or you take an edible, which does what? It stimulates your hunger. So that problem with food that you put in a cage for 8 to 9 hours, it comes raging out and you binge harder. So the party powder is not a good way to deal with your ED. Therapy and counseling are what you need to work out your issues. An ED has a lot to do with your emotions and your mind. You need that so badly, but you won't go get it. You don't want help. You want to continue your problems and profit off of them. But yeah, I noticed that. You're not eating on stream like you normally do. I've also noticed that you aren't using your debit card. I got a theory about that, that perhaps your finances are being watched. Perhaps you got to pay back all that debt, the surplus income. You're not on a payment plan and you're not using your debit card because that leads a paper trail back to your bank. So you're taking money out of the bank so that that can't really be traced for what you're using it for. But yeah, I notice the lack of food in the streams these days.
So whenever my groceries get here, I'm gonna make something and then go to bed. Yeah, it's normal to argue. It's just I have to respect our privacy. I feel bad. It's like betraying the trust of the one you love the most. And I really do. I do love you so, so, so much. And just one last time.
You know what? If you really do love Salah, and I don't think you love him, I think you are obsessed with the idea of him. He's a younger man, decent looking. You're obsessed with the idea of being with him and controlling him. But if you really did love Salah or anybody, that you come across in life, you would love them enough to look at yourself and say, I've got work to do. I've got serious work to do. I need to fix myself. If I want any kind of a good relationship, I got to start with me. I need to work on myself hard, or else I'm going to be taking all of my mess into somebody's life and it's going to fall apart and it's going to fail. If I want a chance for success, I have to work on me. So, big question, Chantal. Do you really love Sala? Would you love him enough to do that, to work on you? Because that's what needs to happen.
Why are you guys? You always accuse me of everything all the time. No, but I don't have much privacy in my life for sure. So the little bit that I do have, I should cherish it. The idea, crispy, that I don't like.
Her problem is that she overshares, and the only time she wants privacy is when she's doing something shady. That's pretty much it. Everything else is on the table as a topic for discussion and for content.
Any privacy to be online. Many of the zombies need anything to make drama of it. You're so right, babe. Hello, I hope y'all are well today. Don't worry about it. And just know you guys learn from it and y'all know you love one another. Yeah, for sure. I think we should just like try to move on and, if it happens again, it won't, but that would be another story. And I think, I don't know, like what's wrong with me. Maybe I mean, I should actually really look into some kind of psychiatric help.
But you won't get it. You won't get it. You won't get psychiatric help if you need it. You won't do inpatient, although you desperately need it. You need severe, locked down inpatient where you have to stay there. You have to listen to people. You can't go anywhere. You can't go outside and do your temptations. You need severe, locked down inpatient. That's the only thing that would work, but you'll never do it because you can't live stream inside of a place like that. You can't put people on camera. So the problems will unfortunately continue.
Flop era. You know what I mean? So yeah, love you, baby. Oh, I still have. I'm like sick too. Like I can't. Do you feel any better?
You aren't sick, you're just high and coping with the after effects of being high. If you were sick, why aren't your eyes all, teary? Why aren't you sneezing? Why aren't you coughing? Why don't you sound congested? It's funny how her sickness doesn't last long, does it?
Yeah. It's a bear. Excuse me.
And another thing that I'm picking up on, she's doing that yawning constantly stuff again. Yawning constantly. That's something that she did when she was back on the party powder. Constantly yawning. I'm so tired. I'm so tired.
What is psychiatry like? I honestly don't know. I don't think Sala even knows. Yeah, you like Canada did my magnet. Canada did put me in like a bad headspace mentally.
No, you put yourself there. Don't blame what's going on with you on the Western world or Canada or Pete's. You did it to yourself. You're still doing it to yourself. See, this is how I know she's not a changed person, that she's not improved, because when you improve, when you're ready to grow up, when you're ready to move up, you take accountability, you develop self awareness. She has neither. She's still blame shifting. Oh, it's everybody else's fault. Oh, I'm in Canada. Canada is to blame. Canada is the bad guy. So does the entire state of Canada pressure you to go to an outhouse and do a pickup? Does the entire state of Canada ask you to go to a dispensary and get stuff and get high? Nope. Do any of the Canadians there, do they urge you to buy $4,000 in groceries? No, ma'am. No, you can't blame this on anyone or anything but you, Chantal.
Put me like in negative feelings of my past. So that's all I wanted to say, I guess. I don't know, I feel shy right now for some reason.
You know, she's got that duper's delight smile on her face, that smug smile. This is all a joke to her. It's all a joke. She's talking about needing psychiatric help, and she's smirking. This is all a joke to her.
Yeah, like Black's Chaos. I know I really miss him. Hi, Mary Poppins. How are you this evening? David, how is Harry?
Thank you for bringing that up, Buppy. Buppy says in a comment, how many points do you have left at the dispensary? Good question. How many points, Chantal? Weren't you supposed to close your account? There's been no mention of you closing your account. I think you cashed all your points in for free party favors.
How many points do you have left at the dispensary? Stop it. Thank you, Crispy. Weedle, it's Canada's fault that you keep lying to your husband. Oh my god, will you stop being dramatic and mind your business and get out of here? Thank you. Thanks.
And this is why no one who, if you don't like Chantal, if you're mad at her, I get it. I understand. She makes people angry, but she does it on purpose. Anyone thinking of sending a super chat to this one for whatever amount, understand that she's poking at you on purpose. She's purposely walking up to the hornet's nest and kicking it with all of her might because she wants things like this to happen. She wants you to get mad and she wants you to be so angry that you're not thinking clearly. You're sending her $5, sir or ma'am, because you got something to say. Here's the thing. Whatever you say, it doesn't matter to her, but she still got the money. She's still going to get your money. So there's an old saying, never reward bad behavior. If you reward bad behavior will continue. You're backing up her bad behavior. In my opinion, super chat should only be given for positive reason, not because you're angry. When you do it when you're angry, when it's not meant for positive reason, you're just backing up whatever the bad behavior might be. And Chantal is nothing but a big ball of bad behavior.
Thanks for the super chat. No, whatever, Edward. No, I'm not. The 48-hour makeup look is a vibe. I feel comfortable in this abaya. I need to get more when I go to Kuwait. I like just woke up not long ago. That's why I look like this. Tired. It's hard to quit weed. I'm trying now. But Evelyn, like yeah, like anything can be addictive, you know.
That's true. Anything can be, but once you realize you have a problem, you got to put the brakes on at some point. And she's not putting the brakes on, especially with the food, because her main audience is composed of feeders. She could take this kind of content to say OnlyFans or some fetish site and make money, but that would mean that she would have competition with other people doing the same content and making money also. What she did was make a channel on YouTube, cater to that particular set of people with that interest, and she has virtually no competition. She gets paid for feeder requests. Some of the things I've seen her eat are things she normally doesn't eat. She's taking feeder requests. She's getting money on PayPal. She's getting money in super chats. She's doing feeder requests on her live streams and making money with it. Her feeders have sent her clothes. They bought her clothes. They remember the Lakma Fairy feeder. She's catering to those subsets of people. And because of that, she's never going to stop with the eating and catering to those feeders.
I can. I'm always giggly and laughing. I can't wait for the groceries to get here. Like, hurry up. I ordered crackers. Babe, I'm gonna cook more for you, okay? Whenever I come back.
Whenever you come back, that's an interesting statement. Whenever you come back. Chantal, you said you're going back in 3 weeks. I would have thought you would have had your plane ticket or plane tickets bought by now. Because the longer you wait, the more expensive it's going to be. So you're saying here, whenever I get back. Wouldn't you know the exact date of when you're leaving? Wouldn't you have a ticket by now?
Police station reason? Oh, your chronic pain. I really hope that it goes away for you. I don't even know if I put anything away from last night. Nat Turd and Debo are still slandering. They're stupid. Hi, Freya. Of course, they're still talking about us. My red wig. Whatever. Yeah, they have no life, just like everyone else.
Not this one who streams for 6 to 10 hours a day, saying to the reactors, we have no life. I'm not even finished with my cup of coffee, and this one's already on a live this morning. When does she do lives in the morning? Chantal normally does her lives in the middle of the afternoon, but she's starting early today. Girl, go to bed.
They're disgusting people, really. Actually, being far away or online with your lover sometimes creates a disagreement or argument or fight, you know. It's normal to every couple on this planet. Yeah, you're right, baby, exactly. You're right. And it's not gonna happen ever again. I have to like value our privacy. Laganja Estranja, honey. Welcome to Fair Users. Ready to ship me's. So attrition toss sending you chats to copy paste. What? Debo. That's a funny name. Oh my god, I'm so hungry. What am I gonna have? You were worried for me, Snow Kitty? I really had the time of my life in Kuwait with Salah, and
No, you weren't. You were angry all the time. You were miserable. And I've never seen you so happy as when you came home. You were so happy to be back in Canada, to have access to all your temptations, and Sala wasn't there to watch you. You were so happy. You were more yourself when you came home than you ever were when you were there. And the only reason why you want to go back is because you're a control freak. You want to keep an eye on Sala. You want to be able to sit there and look at his phone and make sure he's not talking to other women and tell him what to say. You want to go back to escape your problems and to control a person. That's pretty much it.
I really just wanna be back there. I just feel so much happier.
Yeah, because if you're a man, unless you're sitting right next to her and she's got your phone, she don't trust you. You could be in the next room, she still wouldn't trust you. You could be across the room and she still wouldn't trust you. She is one of those females that she's going to be helicoptering you and like watching you like a hawk. just to make sure you're not talking to other women. She's going to be that one that's going to call you at 6 in the morning. Why aren't you answering the phone? I'm up. Why aren't you up? I need attention. That's Chantal. She's a suffocating female. She will suck the life and the oxygen right out of you just so she can be happy and secure.
I truly think she's the bigger manipulator between the both of them. She and Angel Dick Censor, who talks to him and who doesn't. He's all barks. I'm like, ew. I don't care about them. They make me want to barf.
Then why do you watch his streams, Miss I don't care? Why is it that when you were doing a live stream and one of your VIPs said Natter has gone live, you got excited and you're like, oh, let me go check. You want to go check your abuser, allegedly, doing a live. Why were you interested?
Scottish shortbread, yummy. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be on here very long.
I don't know what's going on, but she's got a smile on her face. She's got that duper's delight, like up to no good smile. What are you up to, Foodie?
I don't feel like it. I'm kind of tired.
By the way, what are you doing off camera? What are you doing on your desk? You got something there that people aren't supposed to see?
Yeah, I'm tired. I am congested. I'm like sick still.
No, you're not, you big liar. You're just hungover.
Having 3 different font types. What? Yeah, Maddie. Whatever. Leave me alone. I'm just tired. I just feel down and like I can't do anything right now.
She's down, but she's smiling. Okay.
No. I'm not doing anything. I'm just gonna say happy birthday. That's it. I'll have to check it out.
You know what? I think we're done here. Chantal's on a live right now. I have no idea what's going on, and I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I wish she weren't doing a live right now. I so want to do some Stardew content, but I will see what's going on with her. If there's anything of note, I'll cover it. If not, I'll just do the Stardew content and work on some new intros and then call it a day and get my butt back in bed and get some sleep because I'm still a bit tired. So I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Wherever you are in the world, please take care of yourselves. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment if you've got something that you would like to say, because I'd love to hear from everybody. And have a good one, y'all. Take care of yourselves today. Bye bye.